DanielCEsty, Green to Gold, How Smart Companies Use Environmental Strategy to Innovate, Create Value, and Build Competitive Advantage. In the book Green to Gold, How Smart Companies Use Environmental Strategy to Innovate, Create Value, and Build Competitive Advantage, DanielCEsty explores how businesses can benefit from incorporating environmental initiatives into their strategies. With real-world examples from companies like Sony, GE, Walmart, and Goldman Sachs, the book provides insights into the increasingly pressing need for companies to adapt to changing environmental conditions. By understanding the impact of 10 key environmental issues, such as climate change, biodiversity, and waste management, businesses can more effectively address stakeholder concerns and unlock competitive advantages.
Sony's toxic Christmas. In 2001, Sony faced a crisis as 1 million PlayStations were impounded for containing too much cadmium. This costly mistake led to Sony implementing a new and improved supply chain system, recognizing the importance of smart environmental management. Other companies, including Walmart and Goldman Sachs, have also learned this valuable lesson. Environmental responsibility can be a competitive advantage rather than a burden. As companies embrace environmental initiatives, they become more innovative and competitive. Thus, let the competition be fettered while embracing sustainable practices. Green pressure points. Companies face two heart-stopping environmental pressures: meeting nature's demands and winning the loyalty of key stakeholders like investors, customers, and regulators. Every day, natural resources are becoming scarce. Yet, businesses accelerate resource depletion in the name of progress. It's high time enterprises considered the environment their greatest asset by acknowledging the importance of renewable resources. They must confront 10 environmental issues so that odds of survival remain high. These issues include climate change, water management, waste control, and deforestation, among others. Huge economic setbacks await firms that ignore these pressing matters. Green pressure is real, and it comes in the form of rulemakers and business rivals, who identify with environmental standards. 5 types of stakeholders spell out the pressure points for firms. The government and non-governmental organizations form rulemakers and watchdogs. Traditional media, academia, and think tanks influence idea generation and opinion, while industry partners and competitors represent businesses. Consumers, green activists, and local communities express the voice of the public, while insurers, risk assessors, and shareholders are investors. The task of making corporates environmentally conscious is a joint one. Companies should aspire to set ambitious green goals, while observing the stakes of critical stakeholders. They can turn things around by embracing innovation and remaining well-informed. Winning through green business. The pressure to compete in today's world has created an opportunity for companies to gain a competitive edge by implementing innovative business strategies. Green plays, such as those employed by GE, Walmart, Shell, Toyota, DuPont, and 3M, have proven to be highly successful in promoting sustainability and boosting revenue. Companies can gain a competitive advantage and decrease risk by cutting costs and decreasing environmental costs. By looking at your operations, your supply chain, and other key players in the industry, and by creating eco-friendly products, you can appeal to environmentally conscious customers and enhance brand loyalty. Ultimately, a focus on green business practices is a crucial component of a successful business strategy that can help your company stand out in a crowded marketplace. Green initiatives with long-term results. Embracing green initiatives means more than just short-term gains. The bigger picture involves considering long-term and speculative returns down the value chain. Green initiatives can act as a protection against setbacks as well as an opportunity for expansion and creation of new, eco-friendly products. Companies must begin at the top with a commitment from senior management. A focus on innovation and a willingness to do the right thing can inspire people towards a greener future. Building a green business. In The Green to Gold Business Playbook, DanielCEsty and Andrew Winston emphasize that to make a business environmentally friendly, companies should understand their environmental impact and take actionable steps. To begin, businesses must conduct an audio analysis and a life cycle assessment, LCA, to measure and assess their environmental impact. Using Designing for the Environment, DFE, a company can redesign products, embed re-engineering and re-imaging in their culture, and put in place incentives for staff to go green. The authors also recommend building green thinking into strategic planning, seeking out industrial symbioses, and making impactful bets on the environment. Before any of this, however, a company must make sure that it has its ducks in a row and that it is positioning itself faithfully as environmentally friendly. With these steps, any business can be successful in building a green future. Green business mistakes. Companies make common green business mistakes, such as not understanding the market, customers, or big picture. They should integrate green thinking into their company and communicate their vision to achieve incremental gains. Ford made a misstep when it donated $25 million to create Conservation International Center for Environmental Leadership in Business. That NGO focuses on tropical biodiversity, an issue outside of Ford's realm. While biodiversity is an important cause, Ford missed the opportunity to promote a more relevant sustainability initiative. Ford is not alone in making mistakes when implementing green business practices. Unilever tried to substitute hoki fish for cod in British fish sticks to protect cod fisheries, but the UK, also known as Cod's Country, rejected the idea. Other common mistakes include misunderstanding the market, expecting a price premium, misunderstanding customers, silo thinking, and eco-isolation. Companies can integrate green thinking into their culture by avoiding middle management squeeze, upholding claims, avoiding surprises, accepting trade-offs, and avoiding inertia. Effective sustainability practices are achieved by communicating a clear vision and breaking it down into feasible goals. Green initiatives should be integrated into a company's culture and communicated both inside the company and externally to avoid surprising employees and stakeholders. Companies can avoid common green business mistakes by broadening their view, understanding the market, and integrating green practices into the company's culture. Strategies for going green. In this book, readers are advised to map out what sustainability actions they will take in the short, medium, and long term. The book offers a guide to using audio and LCA analysis on the Big 10 environmental problems, mapping key stakeholders and prioritizing initiatives that play to the reader's strengths. The author suggests setting up tracking and data gathering systems, and using communication to create a deeper connection with external stakeholders. The book also advises getting a supply chain auditing system up and running smoothly, considering new product categories and markets, and determining which shareholders to collaborate with deeply in the long term. Overall, the book offers practical strategies for companies to factor environmental issues into their strategy and secure their industry leadership and sustain profitability.
As Esty demonstrates, adapting to the rising tide of environmental awareness has become an essential aspect of modern business strategy. Through the use of audio analysis, life cycle assessment, LCA, and engaging with stakeholders, companies can uncover opportunities to innovate environmentally friendly solutions that not only bolster their brand, but also lead to cost savings and increases in revenue. By learning from the successes and missteps of major corporations, businesses can integrate environmentally sustainable practices into their operations to thrive in a rapidly changing landscape. Ultimately, companies that are proactive in addressing environmental challenges are best positioned for long-term success, reaping the rewards of going green and achieving the golden competitive advantage.